You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys. So appreciate everybody that's gonna tip on in, like, share, and subscribe as y'all come in the building, man. And let's get right into this video, man. Uh, and so I want to talk about this situation with this brand new update that's just come out, and it's absolutely explosive. But I want to preference my comments by saying, first of all, RIP to Nolan Wells. My condolences to his family, friends, and true loved ones. Um, you know, it's it's a sad situation when you lose an 18-year-old uh, because the guy hadn't had a chance to see life, really. And it's just a very tough pill to swallow. I've always been on a mindset on this channel that I want to wait to see what Ben Crump's independent investigators say, because I feel like they are going to come, whatever they come with. I want to compare what they come with to what Mississippi come with, and I think that's where we're going to find the true truth. That's why I haven't been running around YouTube saying, "Hey man, they are murderers," or saying that no, they're not murderers, or because I don't truly know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm getting information, and I'm looking through all the information, and now I have some news for you guys. So there was an audio that came out, and everybody does what they do on social media and on YouTube. They ran out without having any type of verification of that audio and saying, "Oh, this proves they murdered him, man. They murdered him," doing all this slander. And I told you guys, you would not see any of this. And I want to say this to everybody listening to this video. Please understand what I'm saying. You would not see any of this slander from these YouTubers if all of them was getting Cardi B'd. If all these YouTubers who just coming out just to get content would come out here and put out that slander, if they knew they was going to get their ass sued for it, they would watch their journalism. Why am I going to say this? I want to wait to see what Ben Crump's team say about this new report, because I told you guys yesterday what Ben Crump's team said about the prior news, about the audio and how they were treating that, and people didn't want to listen to that. And I'm going to show y'all right now what just came out. So, according to new reports, that audio that I told y'all that Ben Crump's team had dismissed, where everybody was saying, "Oh, he could say he's dead. They could hear he's dead." Cap. An expert, forensics expert, is now disputing that audio that TMZ released. And matter of fact, when TMZ released that audio, TMZ put a caveat in the comment section, but most people didn't read the comments. Let me repeat myself again. Most people didn't read the comment or didn't read the article. They only read the cover. And I told y'all this. This is the problem we have on social media. Because when TMZ put that audio out, they also put this out. Read the middle paragraph. To be clear, none of those interpretations have been confirmed. And this is what I told everybody. But people ran around on YouTube lying for content. TMZ literally wrote, because TMZ knew they could not release that video or audio and say this is authenticated, because the audio was not authenticated. And I told y'all it wasn't authenticated. And I came on here and I told every last one of y'all that even Ben Crump's team wasn't respecting that effing audio. I told y'all this, but y'all didn't want to listen. But today I'm gonna show y'all what just happened today. You can leave and get mad and think that I'm just capping. I was never capping. Ben Crump's legal team has completely distanced themselves from those specific viral audio enhancements. Why? Because I told y'all, we live in a demonic society where people will go on TikTok, they'll go on Instagram, they will take an original raw file, edit it, release it like this is what really happened, guys, and then everybody on YouTube runs with it like it's truth, and it's cap. Ben Crump's legal team has completely distanced themselves from these specific viral audio enhancements. He is not acknowledging them as real evidence. Instead, Ben Crump and the FBI are focusing entirely on official raw data. They have subpoenaed Snapchat corporate surfers to pull true, untampered metadata and geolocations, bypassing the unverified clips floating around the internet. But people are still selling that shit as if it's true. But today, this came out. An expert. Yesterday, TMZ put out that article. Now, I will say this. TMZ never said in their article, because I read the entire TMZ article like I always do. TMZ never said in their article, yo, this is an official authenticated audio. TMZ knew they couldn't put that on there because they get their ass sued, because they're a big company. They're not like these YouTubers who are penny annies. And so many people, they feel like, man, I ain't going to sue their ass because it's going to cost me more money than what they got to sue them. So that's why they get away with it. And they can't sue YouTube because the law says that you cannot sue YouTube you have to sue the YouTuber. This is why Cardi B couldn't sue YouTube for Tasha K. She went and sued Tasha K, and y'all see the results of that right now. Now, TMZ wrote, to be clear. Now remember, this is the middle paragraph I'm reading, right? And it says read what TMZ said, and people do not study this work. TMZ wrote, in parts of the call, it seems like someone might. TMZ put might because TMZ knows if they put that was authenticated and it wasn't, that they will be sued till their draws fall off. So TMZ put might have said, check his chest and wake up. And you can clearly hear the caller yell, shut the F up. To be clear, TMZ wrote, none of those interpretations have been confirmed, and the muffled conversation leaves plenty of room for people to hear different things. Listen and decide for yourself, TMZ said. Right? Now, I showed y'all that to show y'all this today. It's two things I'm going to show y'all. First, I'm going to show y'all this. An expert is now disputing TMZ's audio. Forensic expert claims in the Nolan Wells case. Now, let's go through this right here, because this just came out. Questions are being raised about what can be heard in the newly released audio tied to the investigation of Nolan Wells' death. The Mississippi Department of Marine Resources released a recording of a distress call made by a teenager on a boat to a private towing company called Seatow on July the 4th. Wells was on that same boat as he traveled to Horn Island with friends. On the call, you can hear background commotion and multiple voices as the young man tells the dispatcher that their bilge pump has stopped working and they are sinking. It goes on. What did TMZ report? Hearing in the enhanced Nolan Wells 911 call. TMZ claims they took the same recording and enhanced. Listen now. TMZ claims that they took the same recording and enhanced the audio. The outlet says some people believe they can hear someone asking, quote unquote, is he dead? Along with another phrase including, Nolan, check his chest and wake up. Digital forensic expert Robert Freed appeared on Jesse Weber Live. Y'all know who Jesse Weber is. Jesse Weber be over there on Law and Crime and on News Nation. He does this. He does the criminal investigations, right? Monday, after analyzing the original recording and the enhanced version shared by TMZ, he explained that his team at Page One Inc. had first noticed the TMZ version is 20 seconds longer than the original. They then preserved the clips from their original websites and noticed that they had different digital footprints and content. It's been doctored like I told y'all. But y'all didn't want to listen to your boy. You didn't want to listen to your boy. And when I told y'all, this is the reason why. You hear fucking YouTubers talk this shit, playing with an 18-year-old boy who died. But you don't hear Ben Crump out here talking about this. You know why? Because Ben Crump know his cap. He know his fucking cap. That's why Ben Crump ain't said a word except for they not even acknowledging that bullshit that they put out on the internet because it was doctored. This is the same shit they've done. They run this play on every death. They doctor a video. They doctor audios to do what? To create more rage in the black community. Why? Because it's the easy way to go viral and get money. And they do it off these people's deaths. Let's keep going. Last paragraph. Now, let me read that again. The middle paragraph. Digital forensic experts Robert Freed appeared on Jesse Weber Live Monday after analyzing the original recording and the enhanced version shared by TMZ. He explained that his team at Page One Inc. first noticed that the TMZ version is 20 seconds longer than the original. They then preserved the clips from their original websites and noticed that they had different digital footprints and content. That means something was added, y'all. Like I told y'all. But y'all ain't want to listen to me. Oh, Ticket, man. You over here saying, nigga, know your role and shut your damn mouth. I just want the truth. I don't give a damn about none of this shit. Just know your role and shut your mouth. I don't give a damn about Tatum. I don't give a damn about none of them people. Only thing I care about is the truth. When you ask me, well, whose side are you on, Ticket? And I seen somebody come in the chat room talking about, if we got to live on a lie, we live on a no. You shut your ass up. I only live on the truth, sucker. I don't give a damn who it is. I live on the truth, and that's it. I will never live on a lie because it's not right to live on a lie. It don't matter if you white, black, green, orange, yellow, whatever the hell you is. I won't live on a lie. You can persecute me. You can unsubscribe to me for telling the truth. But I think it's morally and ethically wrong to use a black man's death to gain video subscribers and views just to come out here and fucking put out capping ass information. I think that's sick, vile, and fucking disgusting. And don't talk about, I'm just trying to find out the truth. No, you're not, motherfucker. Because if you was, you'll take your Rudy Poo candy ass all the way down there to Mississippi and do the research yourself. That's why I said I'm waiting to see what Ben Crump's team doing. Why? Because Ben Crump have hired his own independent investigators to figure this out. And once again, let me show y'all this. I'm going to tell y'all this again. This is the reason why I told y'all yesterday, when y'all all got mad at me, that Ben Crump's legal team, they ain't even listen to that shit. Notice this. Notice how all these YouTubers claim they got the fucking answers. They all fucking liars. Ben Crump ain't said a word. Ben Crump ain't came out here and said, you know why Ben Crump ain't said a word about that? Oh, man, we got the video. We got the audio, y'all. Because that shit is fake. And Ben Crump had his own team investigate. You don't believe me? Call Ben Crump office and ask them niggas. Because I got some more smoke for y'all today, too. Hold on, I ain't finished. I'm not finished. The article goes on to say, even if you hear it from the original to even audio enhancement, it's still very difficult for some of the software that we even use to even pick up those type of words. Freed said, there was nothing like that close to it in the transcripts that we saw. Did I tell y'all somebody took the audio, tampered it, put it on TikTok to go viral? And then everybody, they be listening to TikTok, they hear that shit, they come to YouTube gaslight. Right? Now, here's my stance again. I want everybody to understand this. I don't know what happened. I'm not taking it off the table that Nolan Wells could have potentially been murdered. But I'm also not taking off the table that it could have been a complete accident. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I don't know. And I want to wait till I get all the information from Ben Crump's independent investigators and from the state of Mississippi. And then guess what we'll do? We'll sort it out. Because guess why, y'all? All these people that made all these videos telling all these lies, all they did is collect all this money. Lying. Because in the end, if Ben Crump and his team come out and say, hey, y'all, we did a full investigation, man, it was an accident. Then what are all these people that have been pushing these lies and saying these things about, oh, they killed him. Now what? You know what's going to happen? If any of them got any kind of money, then people going to come back and sue the fuck out their ass for lying, defamation of character, putting people's lives in danger by gaslighting and saying, oh, they killed him. Now all these people's lives in danger because people are listening to this shit and these people don't even really fucking know. Let's just tell the truth. They're guessing. They ain't down there doing no investigation. That's why I said I leave it in Ben Crump's team hand because Ben Crump, he gonna have the best interest at mine for the family to find out the truth. Why? Because it could be a goddamn lawsuit behind that shit. So when y'all don't even see Ben Crump out here talking about that shit, that's when y'all know that shit is cap. All you hear is fucking YouTubers lying, using that shit for views and subscribers, and they suck you all in with this. Oh, I love black love, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a fucking lie. They love to monetize off black deaths by white folks, which they want to say, and they don't even know if that's true. I'm gonna say it again. If it was a white boy that killed that boy, we gonna ride if we find out what time it is on this channel. I don't care who it was. If it was a black dude. But if we find out that that boy died by accident, because wait till I show you this next part of what I'm going to show you. Hold on now. Right? So it says there was nothing like that close in his transcripts that we saw. Right? Those are the forensic experts. Now, that's why I told y'all you need to wait on Ben Crump's legal team and wait on their investigators. But everybody trying to jump the gun. And now let's keep going. Let's keep going, right? I'm going to say this again. Read the second paragraph. Freed, who is the forensics expert, y'all, also explained that even if those words aren't in the clips, it's easy for people to start perceiving them in the recordings after hearing TMZ's claims. TMZ might fuck around and get a lawsuit. Real talk. When I first heard about some of the words that were apparently heard, my mind was automatically going to that as well, he said. So my perception is, okay, let me hear what everybody's talking about, and let's go down to, the specifics of it from a forensic analyst perspective, right? Next paragraph. It says, while the MDMR shared the audio, Mr. Freeze said that much of it was redacted, potentially omitting information embedded in the file. There is account numbers that were shared. There were phone numbers. All that stuff is different than the original. I want to see the original, and I want to look at the metadata of the original. But wait, there's more, y'all. Witnesses told authorities that Nolan Wells had a heavy alcohol intake, according to the preliminary info. And you know how I believe that part? Because they were all drinking. They 18-year-olds. They were all drinking. He had a drink in his hand when they took that infamous photo. They all were out there drinking. They were probably drunk as fuck out there. Let's tell the truth. You saw how many boats was out there? How many people was in that water? They were all out there drinking. This is what 18-year-olds do. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all now. So that's why it's important to wait and be patient, because the toxicology is going to show us how, if he was drunk, how drunk Nolan Wells was, because they all was out there drinking their asses off. And that says something to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because now, if you get into an accidental death, that's a major lawsuit with Ben Crump and them. But let me say this to you guys, right? Hold on one second. Let me tell this girl, go get that food. Hey. Hey. Yeah, my bad, y'all. So I'm telling y'all, my bad, y'all. I tell that girl, go get that food from outside. I'm telling y'all, right? I had to order from DoorDash this morning, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna be very honest with y'all, right? Tell y'all something, man. That toxicology is gonna come back in a couple weeks, and that toxicology is gonna tell us everything. Because if they was all drunk in that water, and you get hit by a tide, and you're drunk like that, now to the person who says your point on speaking on his nationality. Well, first of all, my point of speaking on his nationality is because he's a black man in a notoriously racist town and state. That's first and foremost. So I'm not gonna. So to the person who says even if he was drunk, how did he end up in the water? What do you mean? They was all in the water, man. Did you not see the pictures from that day, bro? It was not only boats around, bro. Listen, they were leaving their phones in the boats. It was damn near. I seen damn near 300 something people in that water, bro. It had to be like 20, 25 boats out there, bro, with everybody in the water, bro. People was in that goddamn water. I seen pictures of probably over 300 people in that water. So the person said they said he was in the boat. No, they said when they left, he wasn't in the boat, brother man. They said when he left, he wasn't in the boat. To the person who says, why take parts, the body parts off? What do you mean the body parts? Bro, it's called an autopsy, nigga. What are you talking about? In an autopsy, in normal autopsies, brother. And see, this is the thing. You don't conduct autopsies. So what are you talking about? You said if it was an accident, they should say it's an accident. The investigation's not over with yet, brother. Let me block you. You sound like you got some serious issues, right? Right? You sound like you got some serious issues. First of all, let me explain something. Everybody kept talking about, first of all, let me say this to everybody. When you're talking about an autopsy, they take all your organs out your body. How the hell do you think they examine you to find the cause of death if your organs are inside your body? I'm not talking to you, man. I'm talking to that dude that I just blocked. Right? To the person who says you listen to Ben Crump, I'm not a bigot. And yes, I listen to Ben Crump. You damn right I listen to Ben Crump. You know why? Because Ben Crump stand up for black folks, right? And I'm black, point blank, period. And the state of Mississippi tried to shut this shit down without a thorough investigation. So you damn right I'm going to listen to Ben Crump. Why? Because he going to have the best interest of that boy in his heart. And we going to find out the truth. And if they did do him dirty, we going to stand on that. And if it was an accident, and Ben Crump and them come out here and confirm that, I'm going to respect what Ben Crump team find. You know why? Because I know Ben Crump going to have the best interest to find out what happened at heart. Why? Because he's done this before plenty of times. Plenty of times. And there's been many times where Ben Crump has found evidence that the original investigators and autopsies didn't find. So you can never make me apologize for being black or appreciating what Ben Crump bring to the table. Meanwhile, you praise Donald Trump, a guy that's a 30-something time felon that has over so many allegations against him, that was found liable for sexual misconduct and still didn't want to pay that girl that money, even though they forced him to pay that girl that bread. Got damn near numerous other women who went to the FBI and gave information on his ass in the Epstein files. Play with me, fool. The hell wrong with you? I told y'all on this channel, I only care about the truth. I don't care about none of that other shit. Ticket is not no racist. I don't have no problem with no white. Because let me tell you something. A lot of these people talk all this black shit, and they get their check from a white man. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't have no problem with white folks on this channel that treat me. If you treat me and mine with respect, I have no problem with you. If you disrespect me and mine, I have a problem with you. That's how I live life. That's how I live life. But just because he's white, I'm not gonna come out here and say, hey man, those white murderers, I don't have the evidence that they killed him yet. Ben Crump ain't even came out with nothing yet. But I know one thing. I know a lie when I smell it. And when they dropped that damn audio, I know that audio was bullshit. And TMZ gonna fuck around. I'm trying to tell you, that's why TMZ worded it the way they worded it. But TMZ, they already got one lawsuit going on that we know about. Harvey and them, I'm trying to tell y'all this now. This shit getting real surgical now. My point is, back to what I was saying, when you have an autopsy, ladies and gentlemen, they take all your organs out. It's normal. They take your throat out, your lungs out, your heart out. They take all your organs out. Why do they do this, ladies and gentlemen? Because they have to examine your cause of death. How can they examine your cause of death if they don't take your organs out to examine your organs? Make it make sense. Oh, well, Ticket, why did they keep the throat? Because they had to do extra examinations on that particular area. And Ben Crump even said, look, they're going to give it to us. We're going to request it from their people. This is why I'm trying to tell y'all this, right? So let's keep going. Why is the alcohol important? Well, because somebody says, oh, well, how did he get in the water? Nigga, they was all in the water. What are you talking about? What are you talking? They wasn't just on the boat the whole time. Bro, let me tell y'all something. This is how I know people don't be going out on boats. When these people, listen, white folks know what I'm talking about too. Especially white people. When they get on these, bro, they be getting in the water, my nigga. What you think? When these people be going out on these yachts and stuff like this, they be getting in the water, bro. So here's the problem. To the person that sounds silly, no, I don't sound silly. I sound like I'm smart and educated, and I'm not a damn fool. Because I'm going to tell y'all why. And I'm going to tell y'all what Ben Crump going to do. Because I got a feeling what Ben Crump going to do. And we're going to sit back and watch and see if I'm right or wrong on this. Here's the thing. If Nolan drowned by accident, Ben Crump is going to find out whether or not whoever rented them that boat provided them life safety jackets. Now, think about what I just said. Why are the life safety jackets important? Life safety jackets are important because once you are in that type of water, you have to have life jackets on board. See, they're not talking about this. To the person who says the accident, they covered it up. No, they didn't mean to have to cover it up. Because check this out. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all now. You have to think about it from all angles. That's why I said, we don't know. We're going to find out. But I'm going to tell y'all something. What if he really did stay with that girl? Right? What if he stayed with the midnight? What if he really was drinking a whole lot? Right? With the midnight. And he knew some other people that was out there. He's like, yo, I'm going to catch up with y'all. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. An average 18-year-old, bro, they're going to stay with a midnight sometimes, bro. You meet a midnight. When I'm talking about a midnight, I'm talking about a chick. Like when you see a chick and you might be, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, hey, I'm going to slide off. I'm going to be right back, y'all. Yo, you going to go with us? Man, I'll be there later on, bro. We talking about 18-year-olds now, right? Because I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I don't thought about plenty of times where I'm with the homies and I see a shorty and I'm slide off. I'm like, hey, dog, I'll be back in a little while. And I don't even think about it. I don't even think about it, right? Now, again, we don't know what could have happened after that, but they were all in the water. He didn't get on the boat. He didn't get on the boat. He didn't get on the boat. He didn't get on that boat. Remember, he was with that girl. They were all in the water. So if you with a girl, man, you probably get more drinks. To the person who says you'll leave your boy in hostile territory, why would I feel like it's hostile territory if he with a chick? Nigga, he with a chick, nigga. I'm like, nigga, go do your thing, nigga. Have y'all been 18 years old? Let me say this again to everybody. Have you been 18 years old? I'm not finna think my nigga's in hostile territory if he's over there with a chick. At 18 years old, I'm finna think, hey man, he finna go get his man. Period. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth. Now, whether that chick came with a little bit of problems or not, I don't know. We're gonna find out from Ben Crump and him. But I know one thing that Ben Crump said: they didn't find no bruises on his face or nothing like that. They only found some type of inner bruising on the back of his head and like around his throat area, they were saying. But they had to examine the throat to see, right? That's why I said that. So that's why I said we got to wait on Ben Crump, because Ben Crump's his team are gonna find out if that came from some type of fight or what. So we don't know. Here's the thing: we don't know if that was exactly him fighting or not. But I'm saying to y'all, it's not out of the normal that he slid off with a chick. Bro, I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth, man. Bro, you know how many times I've been with homies and a shorty pulled up and somebody said a bunch of excuses. No, it's not excuses. This is life. You're 18 years old. I don't live that shit before. You 18, you with the homies, a shorty pull up, you don't know her, you want to holler at her, you ain't gonna sit there in front of all your mans. You gonna be like, yo, I'm finna slide off real quick. I'll be back in a minute. Yo, we get ready to go, man. You can go ahead and hold on, man. I'll be back later on, man. I'll be back later on. He says Crump is Boule. And what are you? If Crump is Boule, what are you? Mark Anderson, what are you? Because I know one thing, Crump, y'all all complain about Ben Crump. He actually down there doing something. What the fuck are you doing? But sitting out here doing what we doing, talking. What are you doing? Get your ass up and take your ass down there and cook or clean or do something. Instead of just running around here talking about, oh, he's Boule, he's Boule, he's Boule, he's Boule. Get your ass out of there. Period. So the person who says you should be the lawyer for white people, no, I shouldn't be the lawyer for white people. I'm not a racist, star boy. I told you, I don't give a damn about what it is. You must not know my channel, little man. See, it's easy for you to say, you must be a lawyer for white people. You defend that. Yeah, them Donald Trump supporters don't think I defend him. Ooh, them Donald Trump supporters don't think I defend him, boy. What color is Donald Trump, boy? What color is Donald Trump, boy? See, star boy, that shit don't work on a real nigga. I'm a real one, boy. Just because I won't go along with your just fabricated lies, and I say, hey, look, man, I just want to see what the truth is. Just because I won't be racist against a white person just because you want to be, right? Because, see, I can't see things in the scope of that. Yeah, I know my people suffered at the hands for years. But guess what? Not all white people are racist. And you know what? If you feel that way, star boy, whenever you sick and your life may be on the line and they wheel your ass to the hospital and it's a white doctor that may have to save your life, tell your family to call me so I can tell them, hey, he don't want the doctors touching him. And just let you be. So, Starboy, you must not work for, no, don't say it's all love, because you come in here talking shit to me, brother. I'm speaking of facts. All these people talk all this pro-black shit and get their check from a white man. Keep it 100. They talk all this pro-black shit and they sliding D to white chicks on the low. They talk this pro-black shit and they ain't married to black women. All they got is problems with them. Even their own kids, black kids. Come on now. See, y'all, if y'all really want the truth from me, I get to you. If you really want the truth from me, I get to you. I already told y'all this. Right? 18 years old. You know how many parties there was at 18 years old where everybody was getting drunk, y'all? I've seen my friends get so drunk, the motherfuckers passed out, bro. I've been at parties. Think about this, y'all. When you were 18 years old, see, and if y'all went, especially if you went to college, if you were 18 years old, do you know how many parties you went and motherfuckers couldn't walk out that shit? And you putting people in water with women? And when you with the ladies, you really getting drunk. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, we finna turn up. See, I'm not even finna sit on here and act like I'm perfect to y'all, man. I was knocking so many chicks down at that age, it was crazy. Going to a party and just like that. Especially you playing ball, you on the squad. Come on, man, we ain't even talking. I wasn't even drinking like that, though. But all my friends were. Bro, we had to carry niggas out of there sometimes. When we go to the parties, we had to literally carry niggas out of there because them niggas were so drunk. Bro, we used to have house parties, bro. My friends would be so drunk, nigga be passed out, leave that nigga like, man, I ain't fucking with that nigga. Just leave that nigga right there till tomorrow, bro. You all right, dog? Nigga, oh, this motherfucker smell. Bro, I'm talking about drinking everything. Peep game now. Peep game when I'm trying to tell y'all this, bro. These motherfucking house parties, bro. Bro, the homies, I'm telling y'all this shit right now. Them niggas used to come with whole bottles, nigga. You think they was just drinking beer? I want y'all to think about this shit. You think they was just drinking beer? Bruh, come on, man. I'm not even going, bro, I don't even want to do it to y'all. I can show y'all a million pictures, bro. I'm sliding off with it. Bro, listen, I'm trying to tell you, man. Heavy rotation at that time. 18 years old. Bro, I'm ashamed that my parents will even hear this. How many chicks I was knocking down at that age. It was crazy. That shit was like a movie, bro. Every weekend is a party. Every weekend. And then it's an after party at the crib. Party, after party. Everybody knows this. So when people are acting like, bro, and y'all have all seen this. How many people have seen these kids get drunk and can't even move? And then you put somebody in water? Go back and look at those pictures and look at all those people who had drinks in their hand in that water. Then you pouring shit in people's cups. Ooh, what they pouring in the cups, y'all? Don Julio. What they putting in them cups? What is they putting in them cups, man? Bro, you probably drinking everything in sight, nigga. It's chicks everywhere. People not think about this. You talking about a teenage atmosphere, bro. Teenage atmosphere. I'm not saying didn't nobody not kill the boy. I don't know. But I'm also not saying that he couldn't have maybe died by an accident. Because when you take that they was all drinking, and when you take that they was 18 years old, and the teen, y'all, everybody in this comment section know this. If you don't admit this, you're a liar. Y'all all know at 18 years old, excuse me. Somebody says in the pictures he appeared not over it. Bro, you don't have to appear a certain way, bro. That's in that picture, he was chilling. He could have went and got twisted after that. Plus, let's talk about this. Not only that, let's just be real. What else do teenagers do at that age? What else do teenagers do at 18 years old? And I'm not saying he did. Toxicology gonna tell us a whole lot about what all them kids was doing that day. And some of these kids, y'all will say, why they don't want to say nothing, Ticket? Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. If you doing shit that you ain't supposed to be doing, and I'm not saying that Nolan was doing that. I'm just saying at 18 years old, bro, 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 let me tell you something, man. Future got a song, and in the song he said, "I can't even tell you what day it is." that nigga say he popped. I don't even want to say it, man. I'm just saying, right? So y'all have to take into context what's going on, man. You got women, alcohol, and party environment, man. Imagine what happened to people when they get drunk outside of a pool or water or you know, an area of water. And let me say this to y'all. Did y'all not hear about the black man that just died? Nobody talked about that. I talked about that on my other channel just the other day. On my other channel, y'all go check out that video. Y'all didn't watch that video. I reposted it on this channel. But the black police officer just died. This man was 24 years old in his prime. Dead. You know why he died, y'all? Because that same day, and RIP to this brother, man. But that same day, him and his girlfriend, this woman right here, and I want y'all all to go look this story up. A devastating story. This police officer, right here on the left-hand side of your screen, RIP to this brother, man. That same day, he had taken this girl out. He proposed to her that morning. 24 years old, this guy, police officer. Look him up. He proposed to this girl. You know what they did right after he proposed to her? They went out on the water. They went out on the water. Him, her, and two more friends. Another guy, another girl. You know what happened? They were in the boat rafting. You know what happened? She gets out to get into the water. You know what happened when she got in that water? That current caught her. And that current was so strong, she was losing her grip and couldn't stay above water and was about to drown. And you know what this man did? Him and the other guy that was with him, they jumped in that water to save her. Well, this young in shape guy, who's a police officer, him and the other guy, they saved that girl. They pushed her out into the safe area, and she watched him die. Because as she was getting out and recovering, and he was trying to come back, he was so tired just from swimming, the current overtook him, and he died right there in front of her and got washed away under the current and couldn't control it. RIP to this brother, because people don't understand how strong those currents are sometimes. And they weren't in super deep waters. It's just that the currents were strong. It was so strong that this guy, after he had pushed to save her, he got swept under the current. And they found him, I think the next day. It took them a whole next day to find him. Right? And so this police officer at 24 years old, he died. You can look him up. The same day he proposed to that girl. What's the point of what I'm saying? If you haven't been in those waters, we don't know the condition. We don't know the condition, man. Do you add that with drinking? And the pictures I seen, I didn't see nobody had on life vests. And to the person who says don't go with whites, what is that supposed to mean? Don't go with whites. Black folks will kill you too. In fact, Marie, Neo, or Nori, black folks kill each other every day. Do you see the same amount of outrage? Because I believe it should be the same amount of outrage when white folks kill black folks as when black folks kill other black folks. When there was a shooting on Juneteenth where damn near 10 black folks got lit up, how many people did videos about it outraged? In Chicago on Juneteenth at the park. How many people came out here? This is an outrage. We have to find out what happened. Right? So, Marie, you're a disgusting, vile person. Because I see it like this. The same way we should get on people like Derek Chauvin, who murdered George Floyd. If a black person did that same thing to a black person, wouldn't that show you lesser sympathy and empathy? Because you would say to yourself, why would black people do this to each other? Why would we kill each other, rob each other, steal from each other if we got so much black love going on? And then turn around and complain when somebody else do the same thing to us. Think about what I just said. So my point to everybody is this, right? To all the people who criticize Nolan for growing up around white folks and having white friends, my first question to you will be, do you have any white friends? And if you don't, and you say, no, I'm just pro-black and I want all black, okay. Uh, does a white man write your check? Does a white man write your check? Do you work for a white man? Because see, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of these niggas is fake as fuck. They talk all this high-powered black shit on the internet, and they go to work every day and let a white man talk to them however he want to talk to them. And they won't keep that same energy, but they'll go home and beat their black wives. Peep game now. They on their best behavior for the white man at work. Go get this nigga coffee and donuts if he asks for it. But as soon as they get home, that anger and rage they take out on their black wife and family. These are facts. Think about what I'm telling y'all now. I want y'all to watch this shit very closely. Because, see, I know what the real is. A lot of them niggas be talking that super pro-black shit. They be slinging D to these white chicks on the low. They be giving these white chicks, Latin chicks, Asian chicks, the beefcake. These is facts. But since you don't see that, you only see the presentation they put on the internet. Think about what I'm saying now. But I guarantee you one thing. If you could look at some of that content that was in their phones, oh, if you could look at some of that content that's in their phones when nobody else is looking, they over here looking at big booty Latinas. Oh, yeah. They over there looking at submissive Asians. Oh, yeah. And they damn sure be looking at them super thick white chicks. Ask yourself a question. That's why I don't preach hate towards nobody. I only have a problem if you're a racist and you have a problem with my people. If you're a racist and you got a problem with my people, I got a problem with you. If you treat my people with respect, I'm not gonna say, hey man, that's a white person, man, F them. I'm not finna say that. We have to live amongst white folks, whether you like it or not. The car you driving might have been made by a white person. You mad about that shit, or you still driving that car? The clothes you buy may be made by white folks. Think about this, right? I'm just saying. So that's why I never hold that type of vitriol or hatred towards people who don't bring it to our people or myself. Now, if you're a racist, well, of course I'm gonna cook your ass. You know what I'm saying? If I know you're a racist or you don't like black folks, I'm not effing with you at all. Right? But I'm just saying a lot of these people that's out here talking this pro-black shit, ask yourself a question. Why they ain't married to black women? Since there's so much black love, why they not married and committed to a black woman? Why they baby daddies or baby mamas? I'm just saying. Most of them, I want you to really think about what I'm saying to you. Most of them, they talk that shit to y'all in public. Boy, that Latin chick come through looking like Apollonia, and them niggas ain't gonna be able to control themselves. On the low though, nigga. On the low though. On the low though. And I'm telling y'all the truth. So while they can come out here and put on a presentation and lie to you, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them lie. A lot of them lie. If you could look at their phones, you would see it. If you could look at their phone history on what they're watching, mm, 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 mm. Think about what I just said. Pog, pretty ass white girl. Oh, all that shit. Oh yes. Oh yes. If you could look at their YouTube viewing history. Hmm. Think about what I just said. Right? Peep game now. But they'll rage y'all into something else. Right? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bro, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And I know my pops was just like, that nigga probably was thinking I was crazy. Cause I had a whole collection. When I was in college, nigga, I had a whole goddamn collection, nigga. Big ghetto booty 8, 9, 10, uh uh Latin booty, whatever, all that. I had all that shit. I had them shits on DVDs. I ain't even gonna lie. Vanessa Blue, all them shorties. Obsession. Um, the list goes on. Jada Fire. What's the Latin girl's name? I forget her name. All this shit was on DVDs. I put that shit in storage, and I forgot. And I gave my pops the key to my storage because he wanted to put some stuff in there because I had some space. Man, that nigga seen that whole collection. Man, I know he seen that shit in there. I know he seen that in there. I was like, damn, because I ain't think about it until later on. And I was like, damn. And I really felt the shame. I was like, man, I know that nigga seen all that shit, man. He ain't never say nothing to me about it though, but I know he seen it. Right? I know he seen it. So I was like, damn, bro. I was just mad. I was like, just fucked up with myself. Cause I was like, why I ain't take that shit out there? Knowing him, he probably threw all that shit out, man. But my point is that, bruh, man, I was looking at all them James. If you was thick and you was sexy, man, I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to people, bro. I'm telling you right now, man. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, man. Hey, people come on here doing all that lying and shit, acting like nigga, stop lying, man. Real talk, man. Real talk. If y'all see who these niggas be inboxing on the low, if you could check their IG history to see what shorties they be profiles they be looking at. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But then they'll come on here and tell y'all, hey man, cause see, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Man, you a goddamn lie, man. You a liar. So I'm just saying, don't get mad at me when I come on here and say, hey man, let's wait for Ben Crump. And say, oh, Tiki, man, you trying to take up for the white man or the other race. No, I'm not. Because if a white man murdered Nolan Wells, it's time to ride. It's time to ride. But I'm not finna lie to you, bro. I'm not finna lie. When I was growing up, bro, I ain't give a damn, bro. If she was super thick and looked good, nigga, I ain't give a damn if she was from Yugoslavia, nigga. She was gonna get that work. These are facts. Nigga, it was super thick Indian chicks, nigga. Nigga, you think I care, nigga? If that joint was super bad, nigga, looking exotic, nigga, man, I don't care. But see, these niggas that come tell you like, hey, man, I'm on, nah, nigga. Y'all niggas cut this shit out, man. Cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. You know what I mean? Because every woman can't be as beautiful as some of these chicks that's just naturally beautiful like that. That's sisters that's looking exotic. Like I was gonna say, nah, I ain't even gonna do that too. I ain't gonna name drop her like that. Y'all probably know who I'm talking about too with her fine ass. But I'm just gonna leave it like that. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. And all them niggas that be talking that shit and hating on Tisa Tales with her beautiful ass. Man, them niggas is crazy. All them niggas that get down on they man, I don't even want to say it, man. I don't even want to say it, bro. These niggas fake as fuck, man. Them niggas got all that energy, talk all this shit. Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something, man, nigga, at the first bat of an eye, nigga. At the first bat of an eye, my nigga. If she say jump, them niggas gonna say how high. These are facts. These are facts. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. Red bone, beautiful, can come online with makeup, without makeup, and still look good. And them niggas be talking all that shit. They be the same niggas that on the low though be trying to holler. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. I don't be respecting this shit, bro. I don't. I'll tell you the real, man. I can keep going with multiple content creators. Right? The girl who was over there, she used to do content over there with Kevin Samuels. Before he passed away, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. I was so frustrated with this girl because of her views in life. I was like, damn, she fine as a motherfucker. Melanie King. I was like, man, bro, that girl so goddamn gonna find, man. This shit crazy, nigga. But it would irritate me a lot of her views. But I still would be like, damn, she fine in a motherfucker. Like, God, dog, like, can't even tell you what day it is, man. Yeah, it's really like that, though. You know what I mean? I'm just telling the truth. These niggas be lying and hating, man. So I'm just, yeah, right? So don't tell me that. And my point of saying that is saying, man, these dudes be running around here acting like they don't be liking white folks and all this other stuff. Man, cut it out, bro. If a beautiful enough white chick that's super thick, body banging and all this shit hit them niggas up, man, you think them niggas finna turn that down, nigga? Niggas gonna risk it all, nigga. Trust what I tell you. Trust what I tell you this. Right? They ain't why they don't like her, man. They don't like her because she have her own mindset and her own how she think. She think how she want to think, and some people don't like that. Right? Yeah, I'm just saying. Oh, that's a perfect example, Rolex. Like Umar. Umar come out here and talk all this shit, but what did Umar say about the black woman? Umar dogged out the black woman, talking about she smelled like fish. Come on, man. But you did that to a black woman that you alleged was helping take care of your mama, nigga. That's why I be trying to tell y'all, I don't be believing this shit these niggas be talking about. But you'll sit up here and talk about fishy fish and all this other stuff. But nigga, was you biting that thing? Was you biting that thing, nigga? Was you in that thing though? That's why I can't respect that shit, man. Because if it was really like that, like you said, and you still went up in that jump, that let me know what type of time you on. Because I tell you right now, if I come around and it's the fish market, bro, it's game over right there. Nigga, I'm finna bust a U-turn and finna call an audible, nigga. But he went online saying all those things. These are facts about a black woman. I'm just being real with y'all. Right? Well, they had the audio out, and I heard other audio today. It was online. On YouTube, they had, on the news, they had audio, but you didn't hear any of that stuff on the audio they had on YouTube. Like I'm talking about on the actual news. Right? And I'm just being honest with y'all, man. You did. Real talk. Real talk, man. You know? Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying though, bro. He told her he humiliated that chick, man. He humiliated that black woman. And that black woman, he admitted that she was helping take care of his mama. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You had a black woman that you claimed that was taking care of your mama, my nigga. And even if she did have the fish factory, nigga, I would have never said nothing about that in public, nigga. Why? Because I would have honored her for taking care of my mama. I would have honored her for taking care of my mama, nigga. Come on, man. But this type of shit I be trying to tell y'all about, but y'all don't be want to listen to the truth, man. That's why I said I'm waiting on Ben Crump and the independent investigators to have my final thoughts. I'm not ruling out that Nolan Wells was murdered. People not hearing that part of what I'm saying. But I'm also not ruling out that he could have died on accident. I got all options on that. Some people have ruled out that he could have accidentally died, and they don't even know the evidence yet. Ben Crump and them haven't even put out their official evidential findings. If anybody heard anything they said when they did the autopsy, independent autopsy report, he said that the conclusion was the cause of Nolan Wells' death was what, y'all? Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. And you said, do I believe Nancy Grace? No, Nancy Grace is full of shit. And I'm going to tell you why Nancy Grace is full of shit. Nancy Grace and Megyn Kelly set their asses up there and talked about Carmelo Anthony's parents like a dog and talking about they was playing a race car. Meanwhile, when the sworn affidavit came out that proved that Austin and Hunter Metcalf not only was stone cold racist, had been arrested for racist graffiti, but they had also had victims that was going to come testify against them in court for violence and bullying, as well as the situation with their own cheerleaders coming out saying, old boy said to him, my hands is bisexual. Megyn Kelly nor Nancy Grace spoke on that. I never respect Nancy Grace ever. Matter of fact, I ain't even respect Nancy Grace how she covered the OJ trial. Because Nancy Grace, she didn't get no smoke like that to Mark Furman for being a stone cold racist. Mark Furman was a stone cold proven racist who lied and perjured himself on the stand. And all Nancy Grace could do was talk about O.J. Simpson, but not the dirty cop who lied on the stand. And then when they asked that dirty cop, did you plant evidence? He pled the fifth. This is a cop who's supposed to be sworn and to tell the truth and to act on truthful. And they want y'all just to believe anything they throw out there. That's bullshit, man. So why didn't she have the same energy for a racist cop like Mark Furman that she had for O.J. Simpson? Right? Nancy Grace is full of shit and she can catch a lawsuit too. I'm telling y'all this. They gave these people got the wrong audio, bro, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Bro, I keep trying to tell y'all this. This is why Ben Crump's team ain't saying that. I want y'all to think about this. Why haven't Ben Crump's team came out and said anything about this audio? Oh, we got a breakthrough, y'all. This audio proves everything. Because they know it's bullshit. I've told y'all this 1,000 times. Ben Crump's legal team has completely distanced themselves from these specific viral audio enhancements. He is not acknowledging them as real evidence. But when you show people this, because Bernard ticket, because nigga, I can't even talk to you now. I can't even talk to you now. Think about that. Why ain't everybody talking about this shit except for Ben Crump and their legal team? Tell all these people who know Ben Crump, call Ben Crump and ask Ben Crump what he think about that audio. Because you know he got his investigators already authenticate and check that audio out. Brother, I don't understand, or sister, brother, I don't understand what you wrote. You said, so why do you think C on Nolan's side? What? I don't understand what you're saying, bro. I'm literally reading what you wrote. You said, so why do you think C on Nolan's side? I don't understand that, bro. Right? I don't understand what you're saying, bro. I'm just saying, man, I'll be honest with y'all, man. Like, bro. I seen people pass out, man, from drinking. Right? So I'm just saying, man, like, and again, ask Ben Crump. These people got Ben Crump contact. Tell them to call Ben Crump and ask Ben Crump if that audio is real. Tell them to ask Ben Crump. Since everybody, you know Ben Crump, no, he has the forensic investigators. And what they do is they study the metadata of the audio to see if that audio was tampered with. Right? Right? So the person who says the shock factor, so Crump is going to filter through No, he's already, you're not listening. It's not he's going to respond. He's already distanced himself from it. I've showed y'all the report. I don't know why people don't understand this. Somebody says, why do they give 100,000 for info on the drowning? No, you're not understanding. Because it's not saying that he didn't drown. Listen, we're trying to figure out how he got in that water. It's still, his cause of death has still been undetermined. So they gave $100,000 on information. Why? Because they're trying to figure out what happened. And if it leads to a conviction, we'll pay you. But if it was an accident, there's nothing to pay. But because Nolan Wells has an unofficial cause of death, meaning they haven't even said he drowned or he didn't drown, meaning the independent autopsy. Right? Think about what I just said. And sometimes it's hard to know, and that's why you need the toxicology, y'all. Because what the toxicology does is this, and this is why the toxicology is going to be very important. And the toxicology comes out sometimes 4, 5, 6 weeks later, y'all, after the autopsy. But the toxicology determines a few things. What's in your system? See, if there was something in your system and you passed out and lost consciousness or lost control, now that tells a whole different story. That's why I said people need to wait. They need to wait for when Ben Crump come out with that toxicology, because the toxicology going to tell us everything. It's going to tell what his alcohol rate was if he had one. It's going to tell if he had any other substances in his system if he had it. The toxicology going to tell everything. And the toxicology do not come out with the autopsy. The toxicology always take 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks to come out. Peep game. April, the dispatcher is supposed to ask this. They're only a dispatcher, right? That's why y'all have to just understand, look, we have to wait and see. That's why I don't never want to jump the gun on something like that, because we have to wait to see the cause of, because think about this. It could be a lot of factors that go into a person losing their life. You never know, right? That's why you have to wait for those examinations. Nancy Grace don't have shit but a bunch of lies. Nancy Grace couldn't even tell the truth about Carmelo Anthony case. So, like I said before, and she got the sworn affidavits that came out in the aftermath, and Nancy still ain't talked about that. Nancy still ain't talked about that. Nancy had the real audio. Nancy had the real audio for that stone cold racist Mark Furman. Did Nancy report on that and put that audio out? Fuck no. She ignored that. She ignored that. Nancy Grace ain't shit but a shock jock. That's it. She ignored that shit. She ignores information that she don't want to put out. The only reason why I think she's doing this is to redeem herself from all that what she lost off the Carmelo Anthony case. I'm telling y'all this. Her, I don't trust her. Megyn Kelly, don't trust her. Megyn Kelly sat up there and demonized. I want y'all to think about this. She demonized. And if I was the parents of Carmelo Anthony, I'd have sued the fuck out of Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly demonized Carmelo Anthony's parents and told them that they were trying to use race. Now, think about this. Carmelo Anthony's parents knew race. And here's the thing everybody got to remember. The judge put a gag order. So the whole time, the family could never come out and say what they knew going up into the case. The judge knew what he was doing. He put a gag order on them. So the fact that the family couldn't go out beforehand and talk about all the information they knew about them racist-ass Metcalf twins, guess what that did? That poisoned the waters, because it made everybody think, oh, this is just a fucking hooligan, Carmelo Anthony, that's out here doing that. And check it out. So when the parents came out in the aftermath, when the case was over and said, hey, man, race was involved, instead of Nancy Grace and Megyn Kelly doing their fucking homework, they demonized the parents and said, oh no, y'all are liars. And then it came out in the sworn affidavits from a white man that said that the Metcalf twins have been arrested for racism. The Metcalf twins had a whole school history of violence and bullying on their school records that they were going to reveal in court. And that the Metcalf twins had victims that were going to come testify to their violence and bullying in court. All that shit held out of court. All that changes the motive. I mean, it changes the verdict. It changes how everybody looks at the case. They saw this. They saw the appeal work. They saw that was putting them sworn affidavits. They didn't say a fucking word about it. You think they cared? They didn't want to admit that they was wrong about that shit. So, and peep this. Everybody was getting mad at me during that whole case when I wouldn't just come out and say, hey, yeah, the Metcalf twins are stone cold racist. I couldn't say it because I didn't have proof. When I had proof, we riding. As soon as I seen that proof inside that sworn affidavit, I said, oh, it's go time. These some stone cold racists. They have been arrested for racist graffiti. It already let you know what type time they's on. And for the news, think about that. The whole news saw that, and none of them reported it. They all saw that. Why ain't none of them reported? You got to ask yourself that question. So that's a real situation, man. And to the person who says Melo stabbed the kid, well, the whole dynamics is different if you're talking about violent bullying racists, sir. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from a white man who had evidence, who had proof that they were going to show in court that the Metcalf twins have been. See, let me say something. You said that, right? Todd, you said that Melo stabbed the kid, right? But let me ask you a question. The dynamics change if you find out that these are racist, violent bullies. In fact, they were so violent and so much of bullies that their own cheerleaders complained about them and their behavior. Their own cheerleaders. You're not listening, sir. Carmelo Anthony goes to court next month to see if he gets a new trial. He gets a new trial, all this shit bossed up, he walks on self-defense. Why? Because now all those witnesses are going to come to court. Because once again, once you present to a jury that this kid not only had, once again, the Metcalf twins had write-ups all through school for violence and bullying. They had evidence that they were almost kicked off the football team for these same actions, and they had evidence that they had been arrested for racist graffiti. Game over, sir. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. Now you're talking about two big, violent, racist bullies. Whole different story. Whole different story than just, oh, two guys just go up to him in a tent and say, hey, man, you got to leave. Nah, different story. No, it wasn't inadmissible, sir. They had a deal. The dumbass lawyer made a deal. The prosecution did not want that entered into the case. So they asked the Carmelo Anthony's lawyer behind the scenes, let's make a deal. You said, I pretend I know. No, it's in the paperwork. I have the paperwork, sir. I don't pretend I don't know. I know. Ask their mama, ask the Austin Metcalf and Hunter Metcalf's mama, have they ever been arrested for racism? Ask her. Ask her where her kids almost kicked off the football team for violence and bullying. Ask her, do they have an extensive record in school for violence and bullying? Ask her, did the defense have witnesses and victims that was going to come to the court and testify about the violence and bullying from the Metcalf twins? Oh, yeah. And this is how it changes everything, because now you don't know what happened, right? Say it again. Say it again. I told you. In the end, God always have a truth of revealing the factual information to the public, and he will do it. The same way it's going to be revealed in this case, whatever it is. But whatever the truth is, I'm willing to ride with that shit. right? See what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all definitely let me know what y'all feel on this, man. Appreciate all y'all who tapped on in, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Much love, honor, respect, everybody, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. I'll be back when Ben Crump's team come out. Or if there's any other major update, I'll come back. But when Ben Crump's team come out, yeah. When Ben Crump's team come out, yeah. Um, we're going to see what they say about the entire case. So just really waiting on them. I know they wait on the toxicology because that's going to tell a whole lot too. So when he comes out, and he will come out, they'll have a press conference to come out and reveal everything that they find. You know what I'm saying? But R.I.P. Nolan Wells, man. Condolences to the family. Blessings to the loved ones and all those other people, man. And y'all know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So salute to all y'all that's in the building, man. But yeah, I ain't never fucking with no, Nancy Grace, but Nancy Grace is full of shit. Her and Megyn Kelly refuse to talk about the racist arrest of the Metcalf twins. And they demonized Carmelo Anthony's parents for saying that race played an issue. They saw that evidence. Carmelo Anthony's parents, they knew, because remember, they're talking to his lawyers, so they already knew that they had proof that the Metcalf twins were racist from their racist arrest. The whole world didn't notice because they had a gag order during the trial. Right? And see, if I was the parents, I would have busted them wide open right fucking there. And that's the biggest mistake I think Carmelo Anthony's parents made. As soon as that case was over, I'd have busted their ass open. I'd have said they held all this out, that them boys had a racist arrest for racist graffiti, and that they also had victims at school of their violence and bullying, and they also had been rolled up at school for violence and bullying. The parents should have let that whole thing slide and put the whole fucking media on blast when they came. They lucky I ain't around. I'd have made sure the whole freedom rung around this motherfucker. Straight up. Like, share, subscribe, man. They gonna tell the parents that they playing a race car and them two boys was arrested for racism. Fuck out of here, man. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.